I never told my son about my $40,000 monthly salary. He always saw me living a simple life, nothing fancy. One day, he invited me to dinner with his wife's parents, who were visiting from abroad. I decided to pretend to be a broke and naive mother, just to see how they would treat someone they thought had nothing. But the moment I stepped into that restaurant, everything changed. What happened that night left my daughter-in-law and her family in shock. They never saw it coming, and honestly, they deserved the lesson. Let me tell you how it all unfolded, and who I really am. Because my son Marcus, at 35 years old, never knew the full truth about his mother. To him, I was just the mom who left early for the office and came home tired. I'd cook with whatever was in the fridge, like any ordinary person. Maybe he thought I was a secretary or something simple. I never corrected him. Why would I? I earned $40,000 a month as a senior executive at a big company for nearly 20 years. I signed million-dollar deals and made decisions that touched thousands of lives. But money wasn't something I flaunted. I grew up believing dignity comes from within, not from showing off. Silence meant more to me than empty boasts. So I kept my truth hidden. I stayed in my modest apartment, used the same old handbag until it wore out, shopped at discount stores and saved everything. I invested wisely and grew rich quietly. True power doesn't need to shout, it watches and waits. That Tuesday afternoon, Marcus called me. His voice was nervous, like when he was a kid in trouble. "Mom, I need a favor," he said. "Simone's parents are here from overseas. It's their first time. They want to meet you. We're having dinner Saturday at a restaurant. Please come." Something in his tone bothered me. It wasn't a warm invitation. It felt like he was worried I'd embarrass him. "Do they know about me?" I asked calmly. There was a pause. Then he stammered. "I told them you work in an office, live alone. You're simple, don't have much." That word simple stung, like my whole life was small and sorry. I took a deep breath. "Okay, Marcus, I'll be there." I hung up and looked around my plain living room. Old furniture, no fancy art, a small TV. If they expected a poor woman, I'd give them that. I'd pretend to be broke and naive. I wanted to see their true faces, how they'd treat someone with nothing. My gut told me Simone and her family judged people by money, and my gut is rarely wrong. Saturday came. I picked my worst outfit, a gray, wrinkled dress from a thrift store, old shoes, no jewelry. I tied my hair messily and grabbed a faded tote bag. In the mirror, I looked worn down by life. Perfect. I took a taxi to the fancy restaurant in the city's upscale area. Menus without prices, tables set like art. As we drove, I felt anticipation mixed with sadness. I hoped they'd be kind, look past the clothes. But deep down, I knew better. I'd spent 40 years around corporate types who judged harshly. The taxi stopped. I stepped out, took a breath, and walked in. There they were at a long table by the window. Marcus in a dark suit, looking anxious. Simone in a cream dress, gold accents, perfect hair, but tense. Her parents, Veronica and Franklin, sat like kings. Veronica in emerald green with sequins and jewels, hair in an elegant bun. Franklin in a gray suit, big watch, serious face. They looked straight out of a magazine. I walked slowly, timidly. Marcus saw me first. His eyes widened, he swallowed hard. "Mom, you came," he said, uncomfortable. "Of course, son," I replied softly with a shy smile. Simone gave a quick, cold kiss. "Nice to see you," she said, but her eyes didn't mean it. She introduced me awkwardly. "This is Marcus's mother." Veronica looked me over, my dress, shoes bag. Judgment flashed in her eyes. She extended a cold hand. "A pleasure." Franklin did the same, fake smile. Charmed. I sat at the table's end, like an afterthought. No one helped with my chair. The waiter brought fancy menus in French. I pretended confusion. Veronica sighed. "Need help?" "Yes, please," I said timidly. "I don't understand these words." She ordered for me. Something simple, not too costly. "We don't want to overdo it." The words hung there. Franklin nodded. Marcus looked away. Simone fiddled with her napkin. I just observed. Veronica started talking about their trip, the tiring flight, how different everything was here. Then she slipped in money talk. Their $1,000 a night hotel, luxury rental car, shopping sprees were thousands. She looked at me, expecting awe. I nodded politely. How nice. She smiled superiorly. We've been careful with money. Worked hard, invested well. Now properties in 3 countries. Franklin's businesses. I oversee investments. Her tone was sweet but sharp. And you? What do you do? I lowered my gaze. Office work. Paperwork, filing, simple things. They exchanged looks. Administrative. Honest work. All jobs are dignified. The food came, big plates, tiny portions. Veronica cut her $80 steak precisely. Quality costs. Can't eat just anything. I nodded again. Marcus tried changing topics to his work. Veronica cut in. Does your mother live alone? Yes, small apartment, he said. She gave fake pity. Must be hard at your age, no support. Salary cover everything. I said softly, I manage. Save where I can. She sighed. So brave. Admire women who struggle alone. But we wish to give children more. It was a jab. I hadn't been enough for Marcus. Simone stared at her plate. Marcus clenched fists. I smiled timidly. Veronica kept going. We gave Simone the best. Top schools, world travel for languages. Excellent job now. Help them with house down payment, honeymoon. We support our children. She eyed me. Were you able to help Marcus much? Not much. Small gift, I said. Sweet. Intention matters. Rage stirred in me. Cold and controlled. I breathed slow, let her talk more. She swirled. $200 wine. Exclusive French region. You drink wine? Rarely. Cheapest kind. Don't know much. Not everyone has a trained palate. Comes with experience, travel. Franklin nodded. We visited vineyards, worldwide. Hobby. They praised Simone's taste. Inherited from us. Then to me, your hobbies. TV, cooking, park walks. Simple. They exchanged judging looks. Charming. But one aspires to more. See world. Grow culturally. Not everyone has opportunities. Dessert arrived. Veronica's $30 cake with edible gold. Only best restaurants offer this. Mine was plain. Then she got serious. Let's talk family. We love Marcus, but want best for Simone. Stability. Marcus tensed. Mom, not now. She raised a hand. Important. You've done your best raising him alone. Respect that, but no unnecessary burdens. She meant me a burden. Simone looked down. Marcus jaw tight. Burdens. I repeated softly. At your age, limited salary, Marcus worries. Affects marriage. I understood perfectly. Glad you see. We could help. Small monthly allowance modest. In exchange, respect their space. Don't seek them much. It was a bribe to vanish. Marcus exploded. Enough! Veronica, talking like adults. She understands. I wiped my lips calmly. Silence grew. They watched me. My voice changed, firm, clear. Interesting offer, Veronica. Generous. She smiled victoriously. Glad you see. I nodded. Questions. How much allowance? $500, maybe $700. For disappearing. She frowned. Not like that. Exactly like that. She shifted. Just help. Like $40,000 house. $15,000 honeymoon. She beamed. $55,000 total. When you love, don't hold back. Right. Love doesn't hold back. But did it by respect? Real love or obedience? The air shifted. Veronica, excuse me. You've talked money all night. Never asked how I am, if happy. Calculated my worth at $700. Franklin, misinterpreting. Was it pity? Humiliation? Offer to vanish? Marcus pale. Mom, please. No, Marcus. Done being quiet. I sat straight, no timidity. Looked Veronica in eyes. She looked away. You admire struggling women. Ever struggled alone? Built without husband's back. I have achievements. Like managing his businesses, properties. Franklin annoyed. She works hard. Difference between managing existing money and creating from scratch. I was 23, secretary, minimum wage, rented room, cheap food, alone. Got pregnant, father left, family turned away. Kept going, worked till birth, back in 2 weeks. Studied nights, learned at library, climbed, secretary to director. 20 years sacrifice. How much now? $40,000 a month. Silence hit hard. Marcus dropped fork. Simone wide-eyed. Franklin frowned. Veronica froze. $40,000 monthly. 20 years. $10 million gross, plus investments. Marcus, why never tell? Didn't need to know. Wanted you valuing effort, not money. Become person, not heir. Simone whispered. Why small apartment, simple clothes? Don't need to impress. Wealth isn't shown off. To Veronica, dressed like this to see treatment if poor. Saw colors clearly. Veronica read, ridiculous. We'd know if rich. Let you believe poor. Live simply invest. Franklin, doesn't change rudeness. Misinterpreted burden comment, $700 to disappear? Condescending words. They silent. I stood. Money doesn't buy class, empathy. You have money, lack what matters. Veronica furious. You lied, deceived. Didn't make fools, you did. Gave opportunity, you showed selves. Simone teary, didn't know. Know now. Parents humiliated me. Enjoyed till truth. Veronica, no right. Every right. Deserve respect as human. Marcus, Mom, not finished. Counter offer, $1 million if prove kindness to poor. She couldn't, can't. People worth bank to you. I built wealth, you spend. Earned respect, you buy. Pulled black platinum card from tote, dropped it. Unlimited. Pay dinner. Tip generous. Gift from broke mother. Veronica trembled, picked card. Don't need your money. Didn't need pity but offered. Take as courtesy, you lack manners. Franklin, disrespecting. Where your respect? Suggesting burden buying off. Simone sobbed. Sorry. Didn't know parents. Knew how they treat inferiors, did nothing. Marcus hugged me. Forgive for never asking. Nothing forgive. Wanted independence. Veronica doesn't change. Lied. My lie exposed your truth. Waiter, anything else? Franklin, check. Veronica softer. Don't ruin families. Too late. Damage done. Franklin, provoked. Needed no. Confirmed, not good people. Waiter back. Check untouched. Veronica, not using card. Pay own. Keep as reminder, not everything seems. Franklin pulled gold cards. Waiter tried one, declined. Franklin read, impossible. Second, declined. He stormed out, calling bank. Veronica, ashamed, never happened. Inconvenient. Marcus offered pay, I stopped. Pulled transparent metal card, Centurion Elite. Veronica recognized. That's, yes. Invitation only, high spend. Waiter took, returned quick. Settled, Miss Sterling. Veronica stared. I stood. Delicious dinner. Thanks showing who you are. Save time. Veronica, doesn't end here. Still family. Right. See you holidays. But differently. No, I know. Live with that. Franklin back. Account block temporary. She paid, Veronica said. Thank you, he murmured. Family helps. Like $700 allowance or $800 dinner. Marcus, enough. To Simone, not blame for parents. Choose actions. Teach kids see hearts, not accounts. She sobbed. To Veronica, for languages, learn kindness in any. Silent. Speak 100, say nothing worth. Marcus walked me out. Fresh air, lifted weight. Okay, he asked. Perfectly. Can't believe, never told. Doesn't bother. Proud. Feel foolish. Not. Saw what I wanted, grow independent. Why pretend? Needed no suspicions true. Was right. Forgive in-laws. Forgive if change. Polite cautious till. Forgive me. Nothing forgive. Wanted families meet. You won. Don't feel victorious. Sad confirmed. Taxi came. Love you, Mom. Love you. Always. Love no price. Lesson they won't learn. In taxi I felt free. Driver noticed quiet. Everything okay? Fine. Look like war. Something like. Did right thing. Calm means spoke truth. Believe truth. Honesty. Say real, even hurts. Wife taught him that 40 years honest. Rich. Depends. Money yes, peace too. New. Rich don't prove. Arrived home. Gave $100 for $30. Too much. Worth perspective. He left. Entered simple apartment. Felt peace. No regrets. Liberated self. Woke Sunday early, coffee by window. City waking. Marcus called. Need talk. Happened. Talked hours. Told ashamed, unacceptable. They defended, said protect Simone. Simone confronted, cruel, ashamed daughter. Good, waking. Set boundaries, no money talk, control. Or distant. Accepted. No, furious. Ungrateful, reconsider will. Blackmail. Relief, lifted. Lifted control. Thanks doing. Needed see. Simone visited Wednesday. Vulnerable, no makeup. Apologize, explain. Listened. Parents, poor overseas. Suffered, vowed never again. Money survival. Understands lot. Doesn't excuse. Saw everything, silent life. Taught contradicting betrayal. Now. Wrong. Love, not control. You showed way. Humility, strength. Protect self. Saved me becoming mother. Parents furious, threatened. Feel free. Made right. Want learn dignity, peace. Learned living mistakes. Question habits, for me or others. Promise teach kids, value people, not price. Hugged real. Left lighter. Marcus messaged, Thanksgiving chance. Replied love. Watch sunset. Real wealth. Enjoy what have peace. Genuine people, pride and mirror. Richer than them. Never pretended again. Spoke truth. Set boundaries, protected peace. Enough. Everything. Life teaches us quietly. Treat others with kindness, no matter what they seem to have. Money fades, but respect and empathy last. That's the true richness.